Hello guys, sorry, oh my God, guys. Welcome to the poetry reading with Fatal Friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah.
I request you all to mute your mics so that there would not be any. Okay, let us begin with who would I go with first? I think you have guys Kamala Begum. Let us go. Begin with Kamala Begum, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Hi, welcome to the show. We are delighted to have you, and it's such a pleasure. And thank you, Mahzabin Sain, ma'am, for introducing Begum. Kamala Begum, ma'am, please recite your poem. And I know you would recite in Hindi, Assamese and Bengali. Please go ahead. Unmute your mic, ma'am, please. Yes, yes. Kamala, ma'am, please unmute your mic. Kamala, ma'am, please unmute. I'm just.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're right.
Okay, should I read the poem?
No, 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 no. I asked Kamala ma'am to begin. We are beginning with Kamala ma'am. She's joining
Actually,
us just for the first time, and she is unable to
Prasanna,
answer.
I think it is the first time, so she's trying to figure out the technicalities of it, how to unmute and so on. How about we carry on and ask her to
Yeah,
read after some time? Is that all right?
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's jump across to our next poet, Isabel Van Merlen. Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am.
Oh, Prasanna, and I'm trying to find the poem that I want to read. Please, can somebody else go next?
Oh my
Just
God.
give give me a few minutes. I've only just turned on my computer and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was up late last night
So
working
how
on
about
a
Richard
book.
Suarez? Yeah,
In a few minutes, please.
kind
Thank you.
of Richard Spizek. Richard, you're on.
Thank you so much. It is an honor to be with you. I have a little piece called Simply Silent Afghan Women. Too many places in this world, women's incredible power and honor is not respected. This is a little piece about that. And it's written from the point of view of a spoiled little brat who doesn't want to hear from his sister. I think you'll get the point. I've got a sister. She's a big pain. She locked me out one time out in the rain. She always tattles to mom and dad. I get away with nothing. I'm so mad. She's a big reader, knows always in books. A heck of an arguer. Big old know it all. Boy, does she give me looks. She gets to stay up later than me. You can see how she always teases and freezes and belittles me. I was watching the news from history class. I don't understand why I must study this to pass. History boring. There's nothing in it for me, but oh my gosh, you'd never guess what the heck I'd seen. I learned about these dudes in Afghanistan. They thought of something that I think is grand. Women, they surely put in their place, out of sight, out of mind. They've just darn near been replaced. Sure, they're needed to cook and watch the darn kids, but after that, they're silent. That's just what the law did. Cover them complete from their nose to their toes. When they're out in public only, they must be silent. Of them, nothing shows. They must be silent when out in the town. Silent, ghost-like. You'd hardly know it when they're around. No more arguing with any of us boys. They've been reduced to silent, invisible, compliant toys behind their black veil in a virtual jail. No matter where they go, they can never question a male. I'd like to send my sister. How can I apply? To send her to Afghanistan, no asking when or why. Shut her up once and for all. And after that, we'll just see how the darn chips fall. She won't like it, not one little bit. If she has to climb up, no one will have to deal with her no more of her darn lip. Behind all that black veil stuff, she'll never talk. Boy, that'd fix her, and she couldn't squawk. The last word will always be mine. As far as I'm concerned, no more uppity sister for me. Just fine. So if you think this Caliban's so much lesser a man, suffice it to say, up in his head, he finds himself uneven, overmatched by the slightest and smallest of women when he hears her whisper. What a sad little creature, this Caliban man, so much the lesser than any man, who must enchain and silence all women, rather than on equal footing deal with them, or even hear their voices shooken. Silence. Silence. Thank you, you wonderful women, you women who hold up half the sky and then some, who do so much more work than us. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Richard, I had a brother who was a lot like that. No, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, and thank you, women, for all that you do to make this a better world.
Thank you, sir. That was a brilliant, very powerful rendition. That was a good one on Afghanistan. Please give a round of applause to Richard Spicer. Please welcome Kamala Begum.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll recite an Assamese poem. The name of the poem is Sior. Sior. আজিও অস্তিত্বৰ চিঞৰ, আজিও ভয় দমন। উৎপীড়ন অত্যাচাৰ সভ্যতাৰ সঁচাৰ কাঠি, আজিও হিংসা হত্যা ৰহস্যৰ আৱৰ্তত। আকাশে বতাহে স্থিতিকি পৰিছে উদ্গিৰিত তেজ। কিমান সহিম, কিমান হেৰুৱাম, কিমান কঢ়িয়াম বিভৎস বেদনাৰ সঞ্চাৰ। খুনে লুকুৱাই ৰাখে ধৰ্ষণ হত্যাৰ কাৰ সাজিবোৰ। উশাহ ধমকি ৰয়। মোৰ সপোনৰ ভেটিত আজিও কিয় সমাপ্ত নহল অস্তিত্বৰ সংগ্ৰাম। Next is Bengali poem. স্বপ্ন ভাঙার বিবর্ণ পৃষ্ঠা। তোমাকে বিরক্ত করেছি, বহুবার প্রশ্ন করেছি। আমার অভিমান যে শূন্য মূল্যে জানা ছিল না আমার। আজ ভুলে যেতে চাই সব আবদার। স্বপ্ন ভাঙার বিরহে বিবর্ণ পৃষ্ঠাকে পাল্টে দিতে চাই। শূন্য হয়েছে আজ হৃদয় রণন। আমার হাতের মুঠোয় শূন্য, শূন্য শূন্য মহাশূন্য। শূন্যটিতেই রেখে যাব না বলা অনেক কথার দাবি। বিমুখ প্রত্যাশায় এই শূন্যের বিদ্রোহেই হয়তো আবার জেগে উঠবে আমার স্বপ্ন। আমার স্বপ্নে অশ্রুর নিস্তব্ধতা, করুণতা, প্রত্যাশায় ডুবে যাওয়া বেদনা। নিঃস্ব মনের গোঙানিতে নতুন স্বপ্ন চারা। বুঝলে না তুমি একটা স্বপ্নের ভেতর যে আরেকটা স্বপ্ন আনমো না। Thank you.
Wow, beautiful reading, ma'am. Beautiful reading. I love your Bengali and Assamese. Which language you basically belong to? Assamese, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But so beautiful. So beautiful. Love different languages.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, man. Thanks
Having
for
spent some time, in
Yeah.
Assam, I feel attracted to Assam and Assamese words. And then you brought out the idiom of Bengali also. So, there is an essential difference between the idiom of different languages. Not every language can say the same thing the same way. some of them, for example, in Arabic, we have got 7 words for love, 7 stages of love. Okay. Similarly, in Bengali and Assamese, we have got our own idioms. And today I'm quite impressed, your words, they really affected me. And I hope to get along, hope to see you more here. Thank you, Kamalaji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kamala.
Thank you, sir.
Keep joining and keep, reading out your poems. Please welcome Dr. Gargi Saha.
Good evening, friends. It's a pleasure to be here among all esteemed poets from all over the world. I have 2 poems today. Is it okay, sir, or just 1 poem? The first poem is Conscience. Someone is watching my anger, wrath, vengeance. Let's be calm and composed. Someone is watching dishonesty. Let's be honest, truthful, crystal clear. Someone is watching disorder, disregard, irresponsible. Let's be disciplined, respectful, responsible. Someone is watching pride, ego, hostility, eccentricity. Let's be humble, friendly, selfless. Always consciousness speaks into self for the wrong done to others and cannot be at peace. It keeps monitoring always the do's and don'ts, right and wrong. How chained man is to his conscience. Fortunate man is to belong to mankind. Let's embrace humanity and not be a wolf in the sheep's clothing. Thank you. That was the first one. Another one is reciprocal. Today's good acts will return to you invisibly. Today's harsh words will bounce back someday. Think before you act. Everything returns, today or tomorrow. It's never too late. As you sow, so shall you reap. Luck may shine anytime. Good, better, best. Never take rest until good becomes better and better becomes best. But always do good. Whenever you can, whatever you can, wherever you can, if you desire to achieve goodness. Thank you.
Rest. Good, better, best. Never take rest. Exactly, ma'am. So cute. Wonderful lines. Please give a round of applause to Dr. Gargi Saha. Thank you. Thank you for joining, ma'am. Please welcome Naima Chamcham.
Yeah. Get to share 2 pieces today. Equilibrium. Chasing the inner peace trail. Conflicting cranial critique. Deflation and defeats. Nebulous nirvana trails. The chattering log ears of the maladied mind, a heckling harangue, it savagely assigns flares of alarm like pulsing lesions, clutching at the last sun for the season, the wheat from the chaff, sifted, your weightless particles lifted, sanctuary under a cypress tree, a released atlas, light and free. Silence the mind and meditate. Loosen the reins and marinate. Inhale the ascent you seek. Exhale the descent of defeat. A frantic fever of urgency. A chiding, mocking insurgency. Double glaze and insulate your mental well-being life's noise infiltrates spiritual seeking, an elusive, unobtainable strand waving from the sorrowless land at the cracked smile of uncertainty. Thank you. And hands. Oftentimes, I have old hands, their bulging branched surface convex, like veins clogged with life's short shrift, trapped in the hourglass, the sands. They chide when unconsciously caught in the corner of the eye, and they scurry for pockets to hide, like objects of offense and injury. Some days shimmering calmly like the veil of a lake, dissolving trails of ink, faintly flickering artfully. They are the hands skimming stones across a languid liquid surface. You grew out the hems of school trousers and held the boy in steadying embrace, releasing the man to face fortune. The hands cupped in prayer, reaching in the dark for the light, whose pleas were damningly denied as flailing faith writhed and died. Sacrilege avec savoir-faire. The hands who nursed back to health and creatively crafted cuisine, taking dictation from the emotional stream, relentlessly rising out of the ravine, their graceful beauty taking away breath. The facade heralding the interior, clasping them like the hands of loved ones achingly absent for far too long, and they cheer from the memory's loggia. Thank you.
What a mesmerizing reading. Silence your mind and meditate. Beautiful. Naima, I love your reading. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please give a round of applause. Thank you, Naima. Please welcome Isabel Van Merlen.
Okay, thank you, Prasanna. I found my piece. Let me see if I can screen share quickly. Okay. And has to do with love, of course. The only thing that is, am I the only one? Am I the only one to acknowledge the elephant in the room? I know that fear seems to have a bigger presence in this day and age than love. And I know that love is all there is. But how do I fit it in the picture? My mirror gets cloudy from the steam from my anger, self-righteousness. Who am I? What is wrong with me? I get so angry at the injustice, the repression, the implications of hellfire and brimstone. We who are all unique and loved unconditionally, but treated so badly from fear. Or maybe the hell I feel is just the frozen ninth circle where no one speaks because we're frozen. Love doesn't burn or freeze. I am not the only one. Thank you.
Well, short and sweet. My mirror gets cloudy. Wonderful line. Thank you, Isabel. Tomorrow
Thank you.
another show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Isabel. Please welcome Ma'am Josephine Gomez. Ma'am Josephine Gomez.
There. My first poem is titled A Poem. A poem between cavorting lines of memories enmeshed in my posterior cerebrum. Who knows what will appear, what words sincere, forgotten love, newly hatched feelings, oft times from the deep recesses of the mind, springs forth some sentiments unspoken, some deep pain hidden, some questions that awaken the heart and mind of a bard. Who or what is a poet? Are fleeting emotions enough material to produce a piece of work called poem? Are poetic devices used the determinant of what a poem is? Who is to say what is and what is not a poem? Must the message be true or just ramblings of lonesome you? Must the scenario be real or is make-believe more beautiful, touching, and convincing? Write if you must release a wealth of rich memories, unleash emotions that strangle you and keep you unable to move on with life in a soul that needs constant expression. The act that gives you more freedom adds vibrant colors to the painting and new harmonies to the music that in you arise. My next poem is titled Nocturnal Musings. I sail with the wind with no objection. Peace, my mind rests in meditation. Sometimes I recall times of desperation. Always my door was locked to depression. Whenever I kiss my nice door goodbye, my mind knows exactly where I'd go and why. There are, however, blessings unforeseen when my feet take me to a wished-for scene. Moments burst into joys unexpected. Opportunities pop like luck fated. The chance to own and do things I've wanted. The chance to correct wrong I've committed. To convert to cash things unwanted. Go to others in my list uncounted. Tomorrow, the sun will once again rise on my plans as I toil for the right prize. The wind will safely blow in my direction. Its wings will bring me a good luck potion. I pray for good health and safety tomorrow. And some sad friends suffer no more sorrow.
Oh, excellent rhyming, very positive one. Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you for joining and
Thank you very much.
please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Meena Chauhan. Miss Meena Chauhan.
Hello, good evening, Prasanna and all my poets. Good morning. I'm in America, so now it's good morning here also. So I'm written a small poem in Hindi. Poem title is Satranj. Satranj. जीवन ही शतरंज है. जीवन ही शतरंज है. शतरंज की इस विरासत में, शतरंज की इस विरासत में हर कोई यहाँ मोहरा है. शतरंज की विरासत में हर कोई यहाँ मोहरा है. हर एक की अपनी फितरत, कोई बार पीछे से करता, कोई करता सामने से. जिंदगी भी एक शतरंज की तरह है. हार जीत में लगे हैं हम, हार जीत में लगे हैं हम, इसी में उलझा सारा संसार. हार जीत में लगे हैं हम, इसी में उलझा सारा संसार. काश शतरंज एक खेल होता, काश शतरंज एक खेल होता. अब तो यह जीवन की धारा बन गया है, अब तो यह जीवन की धारा बन गया है. आम आदमी बन गए हैं मोहरे, छल छल भरे इस खेल में हर पल खतरा ही खतरा. आम आदमी बन गए हैं मोहरे, हर हर छल भर में इस खेल में हर पल खतरा ही खतरा. कब किस ओर से होगा हमला, ये किसी को पता नहीं. अब किस ओर से होगा हमला, किसी को पता नहीं. जिंदगी भी एक शतरंज की तरह है. पल पल में यहाँ खेल बदलता रहता है, पल पल में यहाँ खेल बदलता रहता है. जिसका ध्यान खेल से हटा, दूसरा विजयी होकर निकल जाता. जिसका ध्यान खेल से हटा, दूसरा विजयी होकर निकल जाता. मौका परिस्थिति के इस खेल से सारी दुनिया परेशान. मौका परिस्थिति के इस खेल से सारी दुनिया परेशान. दुश्मन के बिछाए जाल को ठीक से समझना होगा. दुश्मन के बिछाए जाल को ठीक से समझना होगा. यहाँ हर कदम पर मौत के फिराक में आके खड़ी है. यहाँ हर कदम पर मौत की फिराक में आके खड़ी है. हम सब पर पहिए काल चक्र के कब कौन सा थम जाएगा पता नहीं. काल चक्र के हम सब पर पहिए काल चक्र के कब कौन सा थम जाएगा हमें पता नहीं. जिंदगी एक शतरंज है, इसे समझकर खेलना होगा. जिंदगी एक शतरंज है.
तो मैम बहुत जिंदगी एक शतरंज है. बहुत कहा, सही बात कहा आपने. बहुत को थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग.
यहाँ यहाँ जो मैंने लिखा है काल चक्र के कब कौन सा चक्र, अरे मौत की तो कई तरीके हैं ना. कौन सा कब थम जाएगा, किस रूप में हमारी हम जाएंगे, हमें कुछ पता नहीं. ये शतरंज का खेल जो है जिंदगी का, कुछ अजीब सा. थैंक यू प्रसन्ना. आई डोंट हैव वन मोर, सो एक ही है मेरे पास.
I loved your poem, man. That says a lot. That was Meena Chauhan, ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Francesca Kirkpatrick. Francesca.
Hello, Francesca, thank you. Last night I was able to go by wheelchair to see Salvador Dali. I've seen a lot of the Salvador Dali things around the world, and this other poem that I wrote inspired me, not from last night, but from a long time ago. So I was so happy that we got that in our city at this place called Mont Haven Arts. And it's very inspiring to see the works of Salvador Dali there. So here I'm going to read a little poem that I wrote about him when I was actually at his place over in Figueres, Spain. Salvador Dali painted lovely bodies and dolls. Dolls and bodies, walls, windows glowed Within dreams of melting clocks, endlessly ticking, the mad artist feverishly created jewels that moved like bodies. Look at what Dolly did, people would shout. His mustache was even an art on his face walking. Oh, how Dolly loved to create imaginary illusions. Bodies are everywhere in his paintings. Crawling ants, oblonged elephants, and odd scenery. In Figueres, Spain, Dolly built his own museum. It eventually became a place for his own body and housed his body of work inside those walls for all to see. Never miss a chance to explore surrealism. So I can say that I've been to at least 4 to 5 different Dolly sites. And then now that this has came to our city, that it is a very special pleasure to be able to see some things that he has accomplished and done. And there's little movies about him and stuff like that too. So that was great. And I always like to read this because I see a lot of people here from our globe. There is a short thing, but it really touches me that we all live here together on Earth, and we all need to be more responsible about what we do on the Earth. And we know that. And as poets, we are responsible to tell people about how precious it is. This one was released, I believe, in Australia a few years ago when we had different like things we could write about, and they ask us for different things from around the globe. So global fears last for years. Global fears last for years. Mother Earth sheds tears, flooding around the globe. Global fears last for years. Mother Earth cheers, healing pollution with time. Global fears last for years. Mother Earth is pleased. Seasons hiring bounty for the people. Global fears last for years. Mother Earth has to sleep. People start to weep. Global fears last for years. Mother Earth hears. We stand together even when far apart. Global fears overcome. Mother Earth sings. Balance is restored. Yes, we can all restore the balance if we just give it a try and unite like we do here as poets and have the best time together and listen to each other and have that thing called love that we have for each other. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prashana.
Excellent.
Francesca Kirkpatrick from Nashville, Tennessee.
Brilliant, brilliant. That's really great reading of yours. Francesca, thank you for joining. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Lantern Carrier, Manatita Hutchison.
Good day, brother. Just bring a poem up here. Right. Greetings and good evening to all. I once wandered alone like a cloud of gray mist in a world I had made my scorching wilderness. Yet unbeknown to me, you shielded and protected this vessel like the cocoon does the butterfly, the mother or immaculate child. Love entered timely when dishonor was but a sharp thorn, a tree with scars too difficult to efface without intervention. The grace of your light eternal of time, rain, and season. Now, just as the flame of the candle gives light, just as fireflies glow in the darkness, so too shame has become a precursor to higher virtues and a greater promise for the life to come. Within my ignorance, joy was hidden in a veil waiting to unfold as sorrow waned and the way of love made use of the lower emotions as seeds to bring forth the fruits of my inner harvest. Now I ascend the mansions of the soul, leaving the dark shadows of fear behind me. I am your peerless lotus, waiting to unfurl, still lost in the aroma of my dreams, yearning for your arrival. My heart hungers for the love eternal deep within your nameless paradise. The lute of your music resonates, my soul singing concertos, whispering to the glow of begonias in bloom. This disciplined heart of mine focuses on the things that matters most. Only you, my beloved, only you. All else is meaningless to me, save the love that endureth to the end of timeless time. This dream I cherish. Last night I sat outside my window, drunk with the vista and celestial wine of heaven. The stars were so beautiful. I saw the silvery moon as if dancing in my wine chalice, bringing solace to the inner fire of my longing. Now I bathe in the sunlight of the joy of daybreak. As a child, Mom would carry me with arms locked across her bosom. I felt so safe. Now I feel 1,000 times safer, 100,000 in the rays of your illumining smile. Sweet Shyama, how can the bleak winter years of yesteryear compare with the sunny glows of today and tomorrow? Few prevail because we lack that inner hunger. You, my queen, is the source of all my aspirations and will never fade. Roses may look beautiful in the hands of a bride at a wedding ceremony, but you are my only flower, and your roots bud, bloom, and blossom are superior to all. O lantern, come, let us dance within the inner fire of the mystic sun. Who is not your father, mother, brother, sister, kindred spirits? In the kingdom of the emperor, there are no caste, no creed, no labels are confined in boxes, only the birthless bliss of silence. Today my golden heart is dancing in a paragon of joy. Let the songbird of your soul sings in this festival of supernal light. Kiss the folds of my beauty and become one. Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
Oh, how beautiful, sir, as always. You take us to the realm of, cosmos. We get lost in those words of yours. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please give a round of applause.
Dhanyavad, my brother Baiji, Dhanyavad.
I got a
Thank you.
new poet joined, Swaggy Lyrical Assassin is what his pen name. Let's welcome
My friend.
Swagger Lyrical Assassin. May I know your,
Yeah, thank you for putting me
your
up
name.
after Lantern Carrier.
You could put on your name in the chat, or you could just introduce yourself.
Carrier, oh God, it's on another level. I have a piece called Protest While You Put Us in Chains. I step with chains cruelly placed upon me, mouth covered up due to your extreme restrictions. Protesting is illegal, human rights stolen, democracy missing, two sides fueled by divisions. Cover our faces like a masked congregation, Scooby-Doo unmasking a real culprit, you, the government. Flashing your deception, putting a pavement of the bodies you killed, the blood soaked on the pavement. You see the demonic satanic group called the Conservatives, blue but soaked in red. 13 years of deplorable activity formulated by abhorrent leadership weighing in the favor of the truth being said. Politics isn't there for becoming a better country. It's another table set at the rich greed trough. Placing my mask on like my community only understands unity. Your mouth is a syndrome of lies. Your tongue is a saliva you use to wound me. You say protesters are violent, mindless thugs, thinking me the police, death to our staff. London riots easy to blame or connect to Mark Doug, but a policeman hit a girl over the head with a baton. Disgusting and vile. Land of free speech, our banks take the fee striking because your pittance barely pays the bills. For us to speak, too much pain. The metal you use when we march peacefully, you can throw us wherever you want. We won't stop till we see a different and a better way. Communicating callously, suicide at the hands of you all, the same which trades arms with Saudi Arabia, greed becoming your illness. Corruption is your legacy, death financially crippled down once rich land, your legacy. Welcome to this. C for cruelty, O for obscene, N for nasty, S for sinister, E for evil, R for rotten, V for vile, A for anger, T for tyrant, I for insane, V for vanish, E for enough. We won't stand back and let you do what you want. We will fight for equality. Thank you very much.
Very powerful rendition, swaggy, lyrical. Thanks for joining. May I know your name? May we know your name, please? If you could.
Swagger, lyrical assassin.
That's your pen name, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is his poetry name. He's a brilliant poet, and that was an awesome piece, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just felt it was needed, to be honest with you. So yeah, but thank you very much for having me. An honor, and the poets I've heard are just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a song once, killing me softly with your words. And here we just saw the punch, swagger lyrical. The punch was awesome. The punch was awesome and really enjoyed.
Thank you so much. I know that song by the Fugees, and it's got a rapper called Lauryn Hill in there. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that song, and wow, honored and taken aback by your magical voice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Swaggy Lyrical. Thank you. We loved your presence, and thank you, Lantern, for introducing Swaggy Assassin. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Jahangir Alam Rustam, a love poet from Bangladesh.
Poet and poetess. Today I will recite two poems from my different English poetry books. First one is Shadow of Love. The name of the poem, Good Names. One day in the late afternoon, I went to visit a small forest. Suddenly, I met with a group of names when they were taking a rest. They invited me to join with them without any fear. I was trembling as I was alone with my eyes tear. One of the names approached me and rubbed my tear. One of them consoled me. We are with you. Do not fear. With the scantiness of the queen of names offered me a glass of wine. All were laughing, cheering, and telling you are mine. One was presenting me a bouquet of flowers. Another was garlanding me with great fervor. One was singing songs to attract me. Another was delivering dances from the branches of a tree. I was enjoying it as the most beautiful scenery. Never had I forgotten this. They ever remembered delivery. And my second poem from another book, shouts of love. The name of the poem, Shadow of Dusk. The drowsy sun sleeps at the earth breast and invites the shadow of dusk to arise. Adoring mind lost away in passion, salute the evening hour as a surprise. Explode in the open space and play in the thousand weather. Flying birds feel the surf and enjoy the fresh and cool air. At the time in the gloomy sky, one by one the glittering stars rise, enlightening the entire earth through their little insights. Amazing fireflies arrange dance as the drunk and intoxicated to glow amid the dark earth. Can they be celebrated? To invite the shadow of dusk, insects often play and sigh. Burrowing animals come out, celebrate the charming time. An enthusiastic mind often gazes at the glowing evening star. Lovers lost themselves as ever passionate they are. At times, the shadow of dusk to invite the gleaming moon to rise. The moon scatters its glowing rays. An excited man was found in surprise. Ever the shadow of dusk calms me. The music of night, a blessing. Does the shadow enjoy ever an enthusiastic human being? Thank you.
For the imagery, sir, I feel that you're holding hiccups, something. You're holding hiccup, or you just have to release it. But yeah, loved your presence, loved your poems. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Dr. Jahangir Alam Ristam. Please welcome Dr. Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik and Shyama Prasad Patnaik.
A pleasant evening to you all, dear poets. I am Dr. Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik from Odisha, reciting a poem. The title of the poem is Messenger of Love. Messenger of Love. Angels descending beneath moon's silvery glow, dance soft and slow. When I see their smile so lovely bright, makes the world right. Angels' invisible hands guide us, whispers love, echoes mercy, in despair fright, shine down with purest light. Their presence, a silent song guiding us when nights long. In dreams they softly dread, laying blessings upon our head. Now this is my first poem. Second poem. Title is Coconut Has Meaning. Coconut has meaning. How can I live without coconut? It transports me, lifts me to an affectionate green garden where someone waits me. How can I live without coconut? It transports me, lifts me to an affectionate green garden where someone waits me. Come, dear. Oh, hot days these, when there is no breeze, get yourself coconut. Come on with great cheer. Drink coconut, water whose fragrance saves our vision and being. Come, dear. Oh, hot days these, when there is no breeze, get yourself coconut. Come on with great cheer. Drink coconut, water whose fragrance saves our vision and being. Look, dear, how coconut quenches our thirst, killing heat cuts, brings in the warmth of a blanket, vibrancy of voice. Look, dear, how coconut quenches our thirst, killing heat cuts, brings in the warmth of a blanket, vibrancy of voice. So never say no to coconut. It is an energy packet. See, dear, how coconut lifts devotees to Lord Ganesh, who removes obstacles, whispers dreams, implies vitality, fortune. So never say no to coconut. It is an energy packet. See, dear, how coconut lifts devotees to Lord Ganesh, who removes obstacles, whispers dreams, implies vitality, fortune. No, dear, coconut water, nutrient power, house high in electrolytes, minerals, losses weight, is low in calories, carbohydrates. No, dear, coconut water, nutrient powerhouse, high in electrolytes, minerals, losses weight, is low in calories, carbohydrates. One coconut a day keeps the stress away. Tomorrow is Happy Coconut Day. Thank you, all the poets. Thank you. Tomorrow is Coconut Day. So in advance, I have recited the poem.
You never miss a day, ma'am. You never miss a day. That is what. That's the specialty of yours. You never miss a day.
Exactly.
Potassium chloride and what is it? Sodium. Yeah. Very balance. Electrolytes. Yeah, that's the electrolyte. That is what I call. Please give a round of applause, Kavita Gangalakshmi Bhatta. Conclude, Shyama sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Prasanna ji, for inviting me to recite my poems. After having the cool coconut, I feel refreshed. The first poem which I am going to recite is in English. The title of my poem is Love Blooms in Multi-Hued Nature. From golden dawn to hypnotic dusk occurs multicolor variations. True love blooms through multi-hued nature's splendor and kaleidoscopic panoramas. Poets and lovers synchronize their emotions and perceptions in varied colors. Silhouetted grey mountains, horizon canvas enhances spirit with nature's elegance. Mesmerizing sunrise transforms beautiful blue sky's color into vibrant crimson. In summer drizzle, rainbow reflects scintillating spectrum of 7 colors. Spring uses multitude hues of mystical spell, indelible fragrant blossoms. Winter snowfalls transform splendid cosmos into tranquil white serene. Sunset wears vivid colors, fluttering avians in azure evokes imaginations. Splendid earth's greenery, ocean's blue, lakes silver, painted in moonshine. And that is the end of my English poem. The second poem which I am going to recite is in my mother tongue, that is Odia. Recently, we have celebrated Janmashtami. So for Lord Krishna, I am reciting this poem. In this poem, I am trying to invoke Lord Krishna in this scenario, in this tragic scenario recently which have happened in Calcutta. ମୋ କବିତାର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ହେଲା ପ୍ରଭୁ କୃଷ୍ଣ ପୁନଶ୍ଚ ଫେରିଆସ। ମୋ କବିତାର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ହେଉଛି ପ୍ରଭୁ କୃଷ୍ଣ ପୁନଶ୍ଚ ଫେରିଆସ। ପୁଣ୍ୟମୟୀ ମାତା ଦେବକୀ ଏବଂ ପିତା ବାସୁଦେବଙ୍କ ଆକୁଳ ନିବେଦନ ଶୁଣି ବନ୍ଦୀଶାଳାରେ ପୁନର୍ବାର ଜନ୍ମ ନେଲ। ପ୍ରବଳ ବର୍ଷା ଏବଂ ବଜ୍ରପାତ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ସୁରକ୍ଷିତ ଭାବରେ ଦୃଢ଼ତାର ତାଲା ପଡ଼ିଥିବା ଫାଟକ ଖୋଲିଗଲା ଏବଂ ଶକ୍ତ ଶୃଙ୍ଖଳ ଛିନ୍ଛତ୍ର ହୋଇଗଲା। ଦୁଷ୍ଟ ଦୁର୍ବୃତ୍ତ କଂସର ବିନାଶରେ ପୃଥିବୀର ଭାରାକ୍ରାନ୍ତ ଆତ୍ମା ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଲା ଏବଂ ଦୁର୍ଦ୍ଦଶା ଦୂର ହେଲା।
तुमे जन्म नियो जेतेबेले भी पृथ्वी रे अन्याय अत्याचार समस्त सीमा अतिक्रम करे अन्याय एवं पाप निर्दय दुष्ट भूत एवं दुरात्मा मानक हत्या द्वारा अंधकार विलोप कर अनेक रूप से तुम्हें विभिन्न अवतार बारंबार ग्रहण करी मानवता रक्षा कर वर्तमान दयालु त्राणकर्ता रक्षक प्रभु दयालु कृष्ण पुनर्बार जन्म नियो तुम्हें मंदरांचल पहाड़ को तुम तर्जनी रे उठाई मानव समाज को रक्षा करी इंद्रर गर्भ खंडन कल मानविकता अन्याय भ्रष्टाचार गणधर्षण एवं हत्याकांड दिनकू दिन अतिशय हो गलानी एठारे नारी एवं मातांकर नम्रता सीमा अतिक्रम करी क्रोध जर्जरित हो जाइछि कृष्ण तुम दुष्ट मानकु समाप्त करने को जघन्य अपराध एवं विनाशकारी युद्ध को बंद करने पाई अवतरित हो प्रेम दया क्षमा एवं करुणा को पुनस्थापन करने को पुनश्च फेरी आस एंड दैट इज द एंड ऑफ माय poem invoking Lord Sri Krishna. Thank you for watching and listening me. Thank you all.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Prasanna sir.
Beautiful invocation, sir. Very timely. Very timely, sir. Please give a round of applause to Shyama Prasad Patnaik. I should specially request Rupali ma'am as to how this, both Dr. Shyama Prasad sir and Ganga Lakshmi ma'am write, so beautifully every day, without losing a day. You should specially honor them, ma'am. Yeah, undoubtedly, because they inspire us to write how what a chemistry that happens between both of them. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Remarkable. Thank you. Thank you. Please welcome Michael Anthony Ingram. Michael.
All right. Hello, everyone. I bring you greetings from Washington, D.C. I'd like to share two pieces. The first is titled Eleusis, Birthplace of Aeschylus. Basking in an endless sunrise, every corner thrummed with laughter, a symphony of joy untainted by strife. I dreamt my life, a tapestry of wisdom woven with threads of ancestral lore, each experience a priceless jewel, dreaming with lessons learned from paths untold. For my children, I dreamed of wings of pride flying above self-doubt and fear. In their veins, the blood of kings and queens flowing strong and painted by the shame's fire. I dreamed for us, minds ablaze with ancient light, treasures inherited from lands across the sea, whispering. So let us rise, hearts brimming with dreams, and paint reality with vibrant hues, for in the tapestry of life, it seems the only limit is what we choose. Thank you.
Dr. Michael Anthony Ingram, so many beautiful images, these flames of light and beacons engaging with the stars. Such a brilliant, illustrious, sublime piece. Cherish it highly.
I'm trying to be like you, my friend. I'm following in your footsteps. So.
Be yourself and you'd be totally authentic and awesome.
No, you're the man. You're the man. You know how I feel about you. All right, thank you. All right.
Thank you, Michael.
Ariel.
Thank you. That was really. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Hira Nawaz.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
First of all, good evening to everybody. My name is Ms. Hira Nawaz. And I would like to thank Prasanna sir for inviting me to this poetry recitation. I'm going to recite only one poem because it's rather long. The poem is entitled Inner Peace, and it comes straight from my heart. For the balance and equilibrium of my body, mind, heart, and soul, I need inner sublime peace. For peace in ruckus is like an oasis in the desert, which makes me holistically healthy and provides an emotional release. Inner peace is attained by me via the powerful magical forces of God-ordained calm, serene, and blissful nature, which is a more viable method of gaining spirituality than through cumbersome litigation and legislature. Nature is indeed God's handwriting on earth, which is prolifically spelled out by mountains, rivers, and trees, all of which is washed down by periodic rains, followed by filtering sunlight and rainbows permeating a pleasant breeze. I also find inner peace by keeping a daily scribble gratitude journal, which is a personal diary and several notebooks. These personal guided books help me in releasing my pent-up baggage of emotional, traumatic feelings, never mind looks. I get inner peace by expressing my attitude of gratitude through books of philosophy, which I voraciously read. It matters not what one's IQ or EQ is, or even what is one's country, religion, caste, race, or creed. In a troubled world, my friend introduced me to attaining inner peace and calm poise by quiet meditation, which entailed a peaceful, healthy retreat in the realm of inner consciousness without any curbing hesitation. She introduced me to meditation, which is nothing but a peaceful journey while one closes one's eyes to think, focusing on one's breath in and out while disciplining one's thoughts and emotions, all without even a blink. I find a good way of attaining inner peace is by doing vigorous aerobic exercises, which makes me profusely sweat. This stalls my low mood and energy while buoying my positivity of hope and succor and makes me much less fret. Inner peace is attained as when I exercise, as then I release plenty of feel-good endorphins at work. This helps in energizing me and helps me in building my verve and confidence, for never will I my duty shirk. Indeed, I follow these requisites to attain inner peace, and it makes me realize beautiful dreams of serene and calm. As I forcefully introspect that in doing the above, I'm able to communicate one-on-one to God like a healthy palm. Thank you so much. And I would like to appreciate all the poets and poetesses who read out their poems. It's very appreciable. I admire all of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your presence. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. It was Hira Nawaz. Please welcome Sridharan Parapudis.
Am I audible, Ji?
Sir.
Yeah. First, I recite one of my Malayalam poems in short lines and then English. Prarthanagal, prayers. Arudharudu mama vazhiyil വിഘ്നങ്ങളൊന്നും അരുളുകയഥോചിതം വീഥിയൻ മുന്നിൽ അവിടവിട മനസ്സിന്റെ താളം പിഴച്ചാൽ അതിലോലമാമെന്റെ കൂടെ നീ വേണം എങ്കിലൊരു നിമിഷവും പദമിടറുകില്ല ഒരു വാക്കുപോലും വെറുതെയാവില്ല അകതളിരിൽ അറിവിന്റെ അഗ്നിയെ പുൽകാൻ കൃപയരുളുകെന്നുമെന്നാനന്ദരൂപ ഇതുമാത്രമാണെന്റെ ഹൃദയത്തിലെന്നും ഇതുമാത്രമാണ് എനിക്കേകുവാനെന്നും ഇതുമാത്രമാണ് എനിക്കേകുവാനെന്നും. Then my short English poem, Pains. Though the mark of pain may not be visible, it reminds often of something occurred as a result of the act against the will and wish of the affected. The injury inflicted may be cured by medicines or apt prescriptions followed. The injury inflicted may be cured by medicines or apt prescriptions followed. But the wound scar can be seen as an everlasting, explicit example for mental agony. The severity of pain increased if it is from a close friend or associate. From a stranger, it may lose its gravity. Sometimes pain acts as a close friend who does not want me to be alone. Sometimes pain acts as a close friend of mine who does not want me to be alone. Thank you.
Very well said, sir. Beautiful pains. Please give a round of applause to Sridharan, sir. Sridharan Palapore. Please welcome Prabha Shastri Joshi.
Good evening to everybody. Today my Subhashitam is like this. Seve vimanamakilam, seve vimanamakilam, josnava tamojare valavanyam, harihara kateva dhuritam, gunasatamasya harati. It means this is itopadesam. Maryada నంతరం ఊడిగా ఎలా పోగొడుతుందో, వెన్నెల చీకటిని ఎలా పారదోలుతుందో, ముదివి లావణ్యతమైన అందాన్ని ఎలా హరిస్తుందో, శివ విష్ణువుల కథలు పాపాన్ని ఎలా పోగొడతాయో, అలాగే యాచన అంటే అధ్యయనించు కూడా వందలాది మంది గుణాలను అపహరిస్తుంది. Now, today I am reading one Kannada poem about friendship. ಸ್ನೇಹದ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಬೆಳೆ ಇರುವುದು ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಬೆಲೆ ಇರುವುದು ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ, ಪ್ರಗತಿ, ಸುಗತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ವರ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ವರ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಭದ್ರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡುಕೋ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬೇಕು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬೇಕು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ನಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮೆಟ್ಟಲು ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಆನಂದ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಆಧಾರ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಅಭಿಲಾಷೆಯ ಚಪ್ರ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಅಭಿಲಾಷೆಯ ಚಪ್ರ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಸುಖ ಜೀವನದ ಏಳಿ ಸ್ನೇಹ. ಎನಿಮೀಸ್ ನಿಚ್ಚನ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಮನಸ್ಸಿ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಉಪಕಾರದ ಆದರ್ಶಕ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಆಸರೆ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ಕರ ಸನ್ನಿಹಿತ ಸ್ನೇಹ ನಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲವಾದ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಅಸೂಯೆಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಬಾರದು ಸ್ನೇಹ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುವುದು ಸ್ನೇಹ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ರಹಿತವಾದುದೇ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಕಲ್ಮಶ ರಹಿತವಾದುದೇ ಸ್ನೇಹ ದೈವ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸ್ನೇಹ ತರ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದರೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸ್ನೇಹದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸ್ನೇಹದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿದ ವಿರಂಚಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಬಿಡದೆ ಎದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಚ್ಚಿಟ್ಟುಕೋ ಸ್ನೇಹ ಎಂದು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿದ ಎರಡು ಮನಸ್ಸುಗಳ ಮಿಲನ ಸ್ನೇಹ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಅಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಸ್ನೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಅಪಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಸ್ನೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಟು ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ to
Excellent.
listen me.
And thank you for reading Kannada poem. Kannada, this is what the flavor of language you get to taste. And so beautiful. Sneham, that was on friendship. Yeah, you could so beautifully written and recited. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That's Prabha Shastri Joshila. Please welcome Mehzabeen Hussain.
Hello, everyone. My first poem is called Liberation. I remember the day I picked up my pen. For that day was full of echoes, of silent fortresses within myself. I remember the day I tore away the cobwebs and wore the brightest hue. That day there was no sun shining, and the world was vomiting lightnings. I remember tearing apart the clouds with bare hands to warm up the frozen hearts of many. I remember the day my pen screamed so loud that it shattered my imprisoned silence and the silence of muted many. From hushes to screams to slangs to slogans, streets of prejudiced orthodox cities started echoing. I will remember the day I started to write with bravery. For that day was a day of me revisiting myself. That was the day I found my voice. That was the day I got liberated. That was the day I freed myself from many manacles tied to my soul. That was a day when boxes were broken, and with me that day liberated many. This is the first poem. The second poem is called Verses Beyond Perfection. Today, I will write about wrinkles, sagging breasts, and gray hair. I'm bored of writing about perky breasts, strong arms, intoxicating eyes, rosy lips. Today, I will make an old, wrinkly man my muse. And it won't be his strong arms that I shall romanticize. I shall look at his humanness, his beauty, in the crack of his heels, and the stench of his breath that comes only with age. Today, I will write about calloused hands, the tales that tell of forgone memories, the forgotten dreams in dusty attics, unseen struggles, life's acrobatics. I will pen verses about mismatched socks, unironed shirts, and worn out clocks. I will capture the whisper of kitchen clatter and the aroma of garbage in a forgotten bin. I will paint the laughter lines etched in the faces, a proof to life's diverse phases each wrinkle a chapter bravely told in the story of how one's heart unfolds. I will celebrate life's intricate design in every detail that makes it divine. Why should poets be so poor and see poetic beauty only in the expected, the conventional, and not in the uncharted, the undesired, the unwanted, the neglected? Thank you so much.
Wow, 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 wow.
Salam, ma'am. Salam, salam. You would make a very, very good, an excellent performance poet in the London scene because you're talking about the everyday, which is really very, very relatable to, if not everyone, but most of us in a very exquisite way. So you'd make an excellent performance poet in the London scene.
Thank
Come
you
over,
so
we'd love
much.
to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. So I agree with Lantern as each and every word of his. Mazabin, you're a treasure for us. Unfortunately, please welcome, please give a round of applause to Mazabin and please welcome Mr. Kanchan Bhattacharya.
I would like to speak after a little time. I'm just a little overwhelmed. Okay, I would like to, if you pardon me, huh? Is that okay? Hello. Okay, I would like to pass for a little while.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
sure.
to listen to others.
Oh,
Thank
sure.
you.
Sure. Please welcome. Please welcome Rupali Sarkar. Dr. Rupali Sarkar.
Thank you, Prasanna. It's been wonderful listening to everybody and, the call for, looking at nature. I actually enjoyed the coconut poem very much because it's such a dedication to nature, in such detail. And thank you, Hira, too, for your guidance, regarding how to live our lives with our inner peace. And I'm also very happy to hear Meena Jahan's poem this today because I've seen her grow as a poet, and today I finally saw that she could look at the other side of life, and that is when the poet grows, when they start not only looking at the positive things, but the things that are really happening around us. One of the things that I miss a lot,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Hira.
ma'am.
Thank you, Hira. And one of the things that I miss a lot on this forum is that we do not talk about children. They have a very special world to inherit. Most of us are, in our middle age and we're on our way out, perhaps. And this is a poem that I wrote. It's called "Where Do I See the Stars, You Ask?" Now, this is a conversation between a grandmother and a grandchild. So in India, the daughter's child calls the maternal grandmother Nani. So where do I see the stars, you ask? Once it was in the hours of the night that I had glimpsed the stars, clear pieces of shining crystal, like a beauteous chandelier hanging from the ink blue sky, myriads of twinkling drops of light. It was summer then. Now in the winter of my discontent, I cower fearfully. The night is darker now, and the stars are out of sight. Just then my child's child walked in, stretching his computer-tired back. No football in the sun for my grandson. It's COVID time. No friends to frolic with. Only the kitchen, the refrigerator, and the thawing heat of meat in the whirring microwave. Where do you see the stars? I asked him. I don't see them anymore. The stars, Nani? Where are your spectacles? You see, I see are missing the spectacles.
Can't you hear the whirring universe, the twinkling, beckoning stars, Nani? Have you forgotten or are you forgetting? You taught me to talk to the twinkling star. It is you who taught me to wonder. You made me look up above and see diamonds in the sky. Ah, yes, I sighed. Those precious diamonds, the buried trees, those millenniums, and then the stars were seen. My stars, Nani, are in a happy place, in a world which is diverse with lots of space for everybody, where my stars have no color, no creed, no gender, a world free of hunger and borders which don't define me. Darling child, I too had dreamt of that once. I too had smelt the roses once. They were once my stars too. Oh no, Nani, don't be sad. Your dreams have come true. Stars are happening all around you, but you are not looking. Your patch of sky is twinkling right here beside you. Here, let me clean your spectacles. Sit down and talk to me. Talk to my young friends, Nani. They will show you the stars. You will see the wonder and the grandeur of the star-filled galaxies around you. Don't hanker for the days gone by. Just softly bid them goodbye. There's a true world awaiting us, free from hatred and violence, one where nature is supreme. Don't cry and moan, Nani. Let your happy thoughts roam. Look, look, the dark sky is full of stars. The stars are wondering who we are. So these are our children who come with promise, and they come with the promise of a world where there will be less violence, where there will be, will be free of all diversities, and we accept it, but we will not make differences. So I think we bring back our children to our poems, and not just think of their dead bodies in Ukraine and in Gaza and places like that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree with you, ma'am. We should talk more about the children, and children should also come on this forum and share their pieces. Thank you, ma'am. That was, as always, your present. A picture that is differently portrayed. Thank you, ma'am. Please give a round of applause to Dr. Rupali Sakkar. Please welcome Dr. Ms. Shobha Deshpande.
नमस्कार, वनक्कम, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड आफ्टरनून, गुड नाइट सभी। मेरा शीर्षक है आज उसे रंगम्मा, तेलुगु का है उसे रंगम्मा। इसको प्राइज भी आया मेरे को, सेकंड प्राइज। उसे रंगम्मा నీ గమ్మత్తు చూపులు, ఒసే రంగమ్మ నీ గమ్మత్తు చూపులు, నా గుండెను దహించే చూపులు, నా గుండెను దహించే చూపులు, నీ ఒరవొర చూపులు, నీ ఒరవొర చూపులు, నా మదినే కదిలించిన చూపులు, నా మదినే కదిలించిన చూపులు, ఒసే రంగమ్మ నీలో ఏముందో ఏమో, నీవు రాసిన దేశభక్తి కవితలు, నీవు రాసిన దేశభక్తి కవితలు, చక్కటి పదజాలంతో వ్రాసిన కవితలు, చక్కటి పదజాలంతో వ్రాసిన కవితలు, రాగంతో చదివి కవ్వించే నీ కవితలు, రాగంతో చదివి కవ్వించే నీ కవితలు, సమాజానికి దిద్దే నీ కవితలు, సమాజానికి మార్చగలిగే నీ కవితలు, ఒసే రంగమ్మ నీలో ఏముందో ఏమో. రంగమ్మ ఉదయానికి సాయంత్రం వరకు నీ అరుపులు, రంగమ్మ ఉదయం నుండి సాయంత్రం వరకు నీ అరుపులు, నా మీద విసిరే సూటి బాణాలు, నా మీద విసిరే సూటి బాణాలు, రోజు చిన్న చిన్న చిలిపి తగాదాలు, రోజు చిన్న చిన్న చిలిపి తగాదాలు, ఎందుకే ఇవన్నీ మనకు, ఎందుకే ఇవన్నీ మనకు, ఒసే రంగమ్మ నీలో ఏముందో ఏమో, ఒసే రంగమ్మ నీలో ఏముందో ఏమో. రంగమ్మ మంచి మంచి కలలను చూద్దాం, రంగమ్మ మంచి మంచి కలలను చూద్దాం, కలల మధురిమలతో కాలం గడుపు గులాబీ రంగు చీర మరియు గొడుగు పట్టుకొని గులాబీ రంగు చీర మరియు గొడుగు పట్టుకొని తలలో తెల్ల కుసుమాలు పెట్టి తలలో తెల్ల కుసుమాలు పెట్టి చేతిలో నిండు గాజులు వేసుకొని చెవిలో దుంకాలు ధరించి ఉపాధ్యాయుని నీకు జోహార్లు అందాల తార కష్టజీవి బుద్ధిజీవి ఉపాధ్యాయుని అందాల తార కష్టజీవి బుద్ధిజీవి ఉపాధ్యాయుని పిల్లలకు విద్య నేర్పే గొప్ప మహారాణి పిల్లలకు విద్య నేర్పే గొప్ప మహారాణి వర్షం వచ్చిన గొడుగు పట్టుకొని పోయే సక్రియ ఉపాధ్యాయుని నిండుగా ముస్తాబై పర్సు పట్టుకొని పోయే మార్గదర్శకురాలు ఉపాధ్యాయుని నీకు జోహార్లు సాంప్రదాయంగా ఉంటూ సమయానికి వెళ్ళే ఉపాధ్యాయుని సమయంలోనే పాఠాలను పూర్తి చేసే ఓ ఉపాధ్యాయుని పిల్లలకు ఆకర్షితులయ్యే ఉపాధ్యాయుని కాలినడకతో వెళ్ళే ఓ ఉపాధ్యాయుని నీకు జోహార్లు పిల్లల భవిష్యత్తును కోరే ఉపాధ్యాయుని చక్కటి శిక్షణ ఇచ్చి పై చదువులకు విదేశాలకు పంపిన ఉపాధ్యాయుని డాక్టర్ యాక్టర్ ఇంజనీర్లను చేసిన ఓ మహనీయురాలు ఉపాధ్యాయుని నీకు జోహార్లు లాస్ట్ బందా హై నీ విద్యార్థులు ఆకాశంలో ఎగిరి నీళ్లలో మునిగి తేలి ఆటలలో నెగ్గి భారత మాతకు ముద్దు బిడ్డలై దేశ రక్షణ కొరకు తయారు చేసిన ఓ ఉపాధ్యాయుని భారత మాత ముద్దు బిడ్డలై దేశ రక్షణ కొరకు తయారు చేసిన ఉపాధ్యాయుని నీకు జోహార్లు आप सभी को भी नमस्कार। ये सुअवसर दिए सो प्रसन्ना जी को नमस्ते, रूपाली मैडम को भी, और सभी हमारे साथी जितने भी है सभी लोगों को भी धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद मैम, थैंक यू। that was on teachers।
नहीं, एक जगह एक चित्र बताया, उसके ऊपर कविता लिखो बोले, तो हम उसको देख के लिखे थे हम, उसको भी फर्स्ट प्राइज आया।
Oh, congratulations. Thank you, ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Maria.
Good evening, everyone. Happy to be with you all once more. Thanks, Prasanna, for the invite. I have two small pieces for today. One is about love and the other one is about nature. Well, here we go. The first one, the title is My Dear Hub. Outside, the sun is shining, and for a walk on the shore, A few steps I began. The beat on my face makes me happy. The heat on my face makes me happy. Once in a while, a breeze refreshing. It's so good. I'm all alone, looking for someone to meet. My broken heart needs to be cherished. I pray for a love to come soon. In front of my eyes, you, gliding like a swan on calm waters. At the first glance, I knew it's you to warm my heart, and it was you that gave me all your heart. You kept away the brokenness of my heart. You lighted up my days, and I am a man of luck when I met you. I'm thankful, and I will be always. Love of my life, my dear hub, forever and ever in my heart. The second one is about nature. We have serious problems around the world with the woods, the forests in general. Lots of fire around the world because of the climate movement in the planet. We are so sorry for this. Wood Fears, the title of my poem is Wood Fears. Trees, nature, treasure, in forest stand forever, unspoiled, wild beauty. Takes time to sprout up, seeds blowing in rhythm of wind, fields appear after. Fiery enemy dying, unfair when burning down woods, deforestation. What a mistake seen, dead nature, ebony fields, darkness all along. Tears shed and reason says wise. You didn't treat well fields, nature, fields nearby. Thank you very much. Thanks once more, Prasanna, for the invite. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for your constant support and love. Thank you. Love your presence. Please keep coming.
Thank you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. And Ms. Maria, please welcome Jayashri. Ms. Jayashri.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Namaskar. Good evening. It was very much sad. It was very much sad and fearful incident with Kolkata doctors' rape case and murder. Still, we are in trauma. My poem, first Bengali, then English.
Okay.
Dedicated to that doctor. Yes. Hello.
Go ahead,
Hello.
ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah. The doctor lady doctor, Kolkata rape and murder case. Was very fearful it was and very much sad because I am also a mother. Being a mother, I want to for her soul rest in peace. My Bengali poem, she was Bengali. My Bengali poem, লালসার নির্জন স্বীকৃতি পাতা ঝরানোর গন্ধ নিয়ে ফিরে না হয় আসুক আবার ঘন বিদ্রোহ তেজাক্ত বৈভব আর বিস্বাদ বিচ্ছেদে জীবন্ত সমাধি হয়ে গেল ফসিল, আজকের বাতিদান, কালকের যজ্ঞশালায় অগ্নিদগ্ধ উল্কাপাতের অসহ্য এক বিশ্বাস, ফেলে আসা অতীত নিশ্চিত হলাহলে ঘড়ির মতো স্নান করে আমাদের সম্পর্ক ভূমিকাহীন তবু গতিময়, যৌবন জ্বালা জঠরের আর্তনাদ, ঠিকরে পড়া আগুনের ফুলকি। নিচে নেমে দেখো বসুধা, আরো কত নিচে তোমার গলদ ঘর্ম, রক্ত চর্ম শ্বেদ লোলুপ রসকুণ্ডে নিভৃত যত ভগ্ন লালসার নির্জন স্বীকৃতি। Just like the pool of cloud, totally of its moisture. Is it like the pain and agony visible in the face of the girl, which unique hairstyle, or just relishing the revenge of cost to the rejected lady love? A bunch of blooming roses in the garden, the scorched by a burning heat wave, my good self rejoices with jealousy and satisfaction. Is it psychic feeling? Is it psychic feeling or thy burning sensation? Or thy burning sensation? My burning sensation, my half-closed eyes were moist with pain and disappeared just like the pool of cloud. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your poems and thank you for your presence. Please give a round of applause. My dear friend, that was Yashri Ray. That was Yashri Ray.
Okay, good night.
Please welcome Millie Das. Millie Das, ma'am, kindly unmute your mic. Millie Das. Okay, please welcome.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Wait for a moment. Is there anyone left?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, after one poet, I am coming.
Okay. Please welcome Santosh Pokera. Unmute your mic, please. Sir, unmute your mic, please. Santosh, sir, please unmute your mic. Santosh, please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic, sir. Please unmute your mic.
Muted yourself. Unmute.
Santosh, please unmute your mic. It's gone ringing. Kindly unmute your mic, please. Kindly unmute your mic.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Santosh, sir, please unmute your mic. Please
Hello?
unmute, sir. Millie, ma'am, go ahead. Millie, ma'am, please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic, ma'am. Please unmute your mic. Everybody's.
Can you
Do
hear
do
me?
you listen?
Yes, go
Do you
ahead.
hear now?
Oh, yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Yes, Millie, ma'am. After Santosh, sir. Go ahead, sir. Please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic, sir. What's happening? I'm sorry, I had to,
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. Sorry. Good evening to all of you. And my first poem, Peace Prevail on Earth. It is a global movement. We have to inspire other people. We have to reawaken inherent consciousness of love, peace, and harmony. From the beginning, all over the world, among people, there is conflict, strife, violence, and violence. In war, people lost their lives again and again. Bloody struggles have scarred people's life for ages. Humanity and animality has been merged and tarnished the history of civilization. Horrible nightmares are still knocking at the door. The screams of the people echoes in the air, in the sky. I don't want this blood flow anymore. People have seen the horror of the flames of the world war. They don't want to see it anymore. The United Nations stands in the distance, holding the light of peace. World civilization now wants nothing but peace. This was my first poem, and the second one is very short. Remove darkness. Education is the movement of life. It teaches us about how to boost our strength by improvising our level of thinking. It teaches us the method of acquiring knowledge. With this continuous process, we can change our life. So, remove darkness from the society, from the life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. That was wonderful. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Santosh Kumar Pokharal. Santosh, please unmute your mic. Santosh.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good. Good.
Sir, you're muted, sir. Please unmute your mic. You're muted again. Please unmute your mic.
Yeah. It is okay now?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So I have been to Russia for the last few weeks. And my purpose of visiting this country is upon invitation of Russian Writers Union to participate in several international conferences. And very particularly, I have come very pity. So I was very fortunate to catch this moment because we have 3 hours or more time difference between our countries. So thank you for remembering, Prasanna. You have been remembering me all the time and sending me invitations. So for peace, our endeavors should be. So I am very much wholeheartedly dedicated to the cause of peace. And I have come here, and there is some confrontation between the writers of Ukraine and Russia also. And I also confronted that. So I don't know, Ukrainians are saying that they will avenge Russia. But I was trying to just convince a Ukrainian writer, write your poems for peace. But he was telling that I will sing the song of war. So this is the mental state of the people of these two countries here, though the poets should always raise their voices against war because war kills people and it's a crime. So for peace. So let me read out a small piece of my poem, which was an outcome of, you see, a response to comment of one of my poems. The peace will fall, the title. The war doesn't listen to a poet's plea, and I find here no glee. The war still horribly rages in its terrible phases. It has broken bridges, ruined homes, killed people in its storms. Hopes, war, take away to deep doom, and I here fall in gloom. The war doesn't listen to a poet's plea, and I find here no glee. The war still horribly rages in its terrible phases. It has broken bridges and ruined homes, killed people in his storms. Hopes, war take away to deep doom, and I here fall in gloom. I'm not sure how peace falls. I'm not sure how peace falls from heaven and us in thrall. Though I will go on with my call. Hopes someday peace has to fall. Heaven, from heaven, human hearts. From heaven, human hearts, then peace shall coming start. Then peace shall coming start. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Prasanna. And my greetings from Russia, Kaliningrad. The city Kaliningrad is a very beautiful city, and it was part of Germany before Second War. And in 1945, Russia occupied this. It's like a heaven. It's a heaven, and it rests on Baltic Sea. Very, very, very beautiful. This Kaliningrad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very
Thank you
good.
for your presence. Thank you for your best. Please give a round of applause to Santosh. Please welcome Mr. Kanchan Bhattacharya.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm a soldier. My wife officially has been a widow for 35 days. I have taken risks of life. I have seen the Bangladesh Liberation War. I have faced bullets. So whatever people say about war, it has still left poetry in me. And today I'm going to talk about a very, very controversial topic. The topic, unfortunately, with so many ladies around, you can ban me forever from your heart. I'm going to talk of adultery. I'm going to talk of adultery, a mysterious subject, why people break away from bonds that were sacred once, and yet they break away, go away from each other. There is misery, there is secrecy, and there is no ever a cloak which can protect you, because all things that you take to hide your movements are very shallow. You are only skin deep in hiding from people. There are two poems which I have gathered, and these poems are, firstly, I'll recall a small poem which happened to bring my point home. Today, somebody was talking about lust. Now, lust is a small print in all affairs. Lust is a small print in all affairs. It's deeply imprinted in extramarital exchanges. I'm going to read James Dickey's poem, which was written around 1940 or so. And it is an epic. It's an epic because it talks about the feeling of guilt that progresses in a human mind once you are in that place, once you have taken the first step out of a marriage. Adultery by James Dickey. We have all been in rooms. We have all been in rooms we cannot die in. And they are odd places and sad. They are odd places and sad often. Indians are standing eagle-armed on hills in the sunrise, open wide to the Great Spirit, or gliding in canoes, or cattle are browsing on the walls far away, gazing down with the eyes of our children, not far away. Or there are men driving the last rail spike, which has turned gold in the hands, gigantic for-pleasure lives. Among such scenes, we are alone with it. Among such scenes, and we are alone with it at last. There's always some weeping between us, and someone is always checking a wristwatch by the bed. Someone is always checking a wristwatch by the bed to see how much longer we have left. Nothing can come out of this, nothing can come. Nothing can come out of this, nothing can come of us, of me with my grim techniques, or you who have sealed your womb with a ring of convulsive power. Although we come together, nothing will come of us. But we will not give it up. For death is beaten by praying Indians, by distant cows hysterical, hammers by hazarded matings that bridge a continent. One would never die here. Never die while crying. My lover, my dear one, I'll see you next week. When I'm in town, I will call you. I'll call you if I can. Please get hold of. Please don't. Oh God, please don't anymore. I can't bear. Listen, I have done it. We have done it again. We are still living. Sit up and smile. God bless you. Guilt is magical. That was a poem I wanted to convey. I am a man of controversy. I have taken chances all over my life. And I observe people. I like Lacan. Okay, the next poem. Predators set upon ourselves. Predators set upon ourselves is what the title was there when I was discussing with somebody very near and dear. I know how things are. When we met after the years, sunshine was the last favorite. Indeed, we chose the closer. The deep trench where light never peeps in, within the needs throbbing within. I know we try to find reasons of the rational what can never be, of the rational that what can never be more than this ecstasy of moments. Cautiously, 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 we close the mind until it is time to make promises, until it is time to make promises. We gather, we gather, we gather, we gather the telltales and wipe. Perhaps a reminder to gather the courage, perhaps a reminder to gather the courage to wipe out the time from the world, but let the roots become trees, memories left behind. From the world, but let the roots become trees, memories left behind. The other one, the one at home, perhaps knows, but is resigned. Best not to let go, she says. I believe all promises stop. I believe all promises stop. Tomorrow, wounds would heal. Your last whisper, buried ivy would thrive. Buried ivy would thrive until unruly tides would begin once again, would begin once again, would begin once again. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent, sir. Excellent. Wow. How anybody would like to react on Kanchan sir's poems? Sridharan
I
sir.
think it's a shocker. It's a shocker.
Gather the courage to wipe out the evil things in our society. And what we see, what we think, what we feel, and we must have the courage to gather, to wipe out all the evils. And he says, I think the poet is of the opinion that to strengthen, to gather, and to get courage to wipe out all the things. That's why I.
You see, I've been a soldier. I'm a soldier. I face people and tell people what I think on the face. I have got no inhibitions. Okay, I don't believe in the political system. I do not believe in what people say because I see through people. Having been in the intelligence services, I see through people very easily. I recognize what people are up to each and every time. I'm not after shallow poetry. My next book, the 7th one, is about love. And it is going to be a shocker if you ever hear the name Eros, the god of love and war. So please take a chance and read me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was lovely. And you. Please welcome Ms. Saraswati Pushpal.
Hello, good morning, good evening. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, Salam. Thank you so much, Kumar-ji. I'm so sorry. I'm very late today. Actually, my friend came from my city to meet me today, and the whole day was for her. Sorry. So I joined it late. So I'll be reciting one poem for the teachers today, as the Teachers' Day is near today. On 5th of September, we'll be celebrating. So it's an ode to teachers. Sometimes I look back at the teachers of my past. Sometimes I look back at the teachers of my past who were the shining lights that were great big smiles like sunbeams. They supported us up when we stumbled, guided us through the tears, and cleared the mist that was blurring the puzzles in our young minds. Humility was one of the gifts they gave young ones. They, through their stories, set a good example. So we, to our peers, did the same, and thus we expressed our inward thanks to them by laughing together in the classrooms. The flame was set in our hearts. We found motivational words striving for. I recall those moments with the personification in their words, the warmth, and their belief in us, where there was at least one gem to remember from each teaching. Each obstacle became experience to develop. Thank you, dear teachers, for the wisdom you shared, for the know-how you passed on that shines brighter, for the love that is still our guiding light in the upcoming journey we are taking on our own. Thank you so much to my teachers and all my friends for listening me.
Thank you, man. Thank you for
Thank you so much. Yes, children. Thank you so much.
That brings us to the end of the show, my dear friends. I got one piece. If you would permit me, I would recite this. Kanchan sir. I said
Well,
to
I've been a teacher. I've been a teacher myself, taught in 2 universities, and was head of electronics in another. So I really appreciate what Saraswati ji has said just now. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And Michael, here is mine, and lantern. I said to write a 4-liner, but my mind asked for the other. Tattered feelings surged forth, and as such, my pen rolled in swooning to what the hazy muse. Imagery of desolation, a laid in isolation, the impetuous climb at the background of my mind, spurt of verses, the mental magnitude of sentient mind, asked to limit the pencil stands. I set to scribble and went on rambling. The skies enveloped in the dusky disguise, enamored with nonsense. How could I restrain myself to be incarcerated within the boundaries of lines when I could walk across pages and pages and go on at a length of measuring the infinite loops of literature? Yes, that's why I call myself as unruly poetaster. Thank you.
Great, great, great lines. Very nice. Wonderful.
Very
Lovely
nice.
support.
Thank you
Prasanna,
very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
yes, Prasanna,
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you, Rupali.
are we closing? Because I could have read Colonel Pradhani's poem because he's unable to get in.
Please go ahead, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay, so this is also about peace. It's with me. So I thought since he is not able to, and he's been one of our very keen poets, I'll read this. It's called Aman Shanti. It's about peace. ए ताकत के भूखे इंसान तेरा गुस्सा क्यों चिल्ला रहा है? ए डरे हुए ना समझ तू किसको डरा रहा है? तेरी औकात नहीं है कि तू कुदरत को बदल दे, कायनात को एक जर्रा कुदरत पर छा रहा है। ये कैसा है निजाम, ये कैसी विडंबना, सूरज के जैसे एक तिनके से सामना है। ये बाम, ये मिसाले रॉबर्ट की मशीनें, ये साफ दिख रही बर्बादी की कामना है। होश करो इंसान, भगवान को ना धमकाओ, अपनी ही बर्बादी के ढोल ना बजाओ। हो गया वो होगा वही जो कुदरत को मंजूर हो, तो अपनी ही तारीफ के गीत ना गाओ। अमन रखो खुद के और अपनी औलाद के लिए, अमन रखो खुद के और अपनी औलाद के लिए, जिस हुजूम में रहते हो उस समाज के लिए। अगर कोई तेरा लाडला हो, प्यार करने वाला, अमन उसके लिए है और कायनात के लिए। So this is from Colonel Gopal Purdhani, who has himself been a long-standing soldier, participated in many wars, but always writes about peace. He could not somehow get into this program. Thank you so much, Prasanna.
Very nice. बहुत सुंदर उत्कृष्ट कविता
Thank
थी
you,
बिल्कुल
Rupali.
उनकी,
Thank you,
शांति
Rupali
से।
ji.
बहुत सुंदर थी रूपाली मैम, बेहद
बहुत
खूबसूरत,
सुंदर रूपाली।
बहुत सुंदर।
बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब।
आपका भी पोएम बहुत सुंदर था, और जब
Thank you,
आप
ma'am.
आती हैं तो रौनक आ जाता है हमारे।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
In
so
fact,
much. My
हम
friend
वेट करते
actually,
रहते हैं कि तुम आया करो।
thank you so much. Sorry, actually my friend
Yeah.
came
I
from
have one.
Panipat to meet me.
I
I
have.
joined it late. I'm feeling
I have one
I
piece.
missed the show.
I
it's
have
been a
one.
wonderful evening.
Thank you, Prasanna.
Wonderful evening.
I have one piece in
Thank
Hindi.
you.
Ma'am. I have one piece in Hindi.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, and
Yeah, please.
and thank you, Colonel Kanchan Bhattacharya, for your very interesting
Ma'am,
poetry. Because
you finished. You have to finish. You have to
I have
finish.
2 lines in Hindi. I also have 2 lines. I'll share it later.
Yeah.
Today I wrote.
ज- ज-
Yeah.
ज- जज्बात मोहब्बत,
झूठों का
जज्बात
अच्छा आप बोले, सॉरी।
जज्बात मोहब्बत। हमें नहीं पता कि हम धरती पे हैं या रेत के डगर पे। हमें नहीं
Allah.
पता कि हम अंबर के नीचे हैं या आसमान के ऊपर। इस मदहोशी में ऐसे डूबे हैं कि हम क्यों समझ ही नहीं पा रहे हैं जिंदा या मुर्दा है हम। ऐसे आई
Allah.
ऐसे ऐसे आई ऐसे आई हमारी जिंदगी में तुम कि सन्नाटे से रूबरू इस कदर हुए कि रात और दिन हम से कोई फर्क ही नहीं हुआ। मधुशाला ही
वाह वाह।
ठिकाना हुआ। मधुशाला ही मेरा ठिकाना हुआ। हर तुम बसी उसकी बाहों में, हर जगड़ी गई जंजीरों में, आशिकी की मुखौटे में, दरिंदगी के पागलपन में। पहचान नहीं पहचानी नहीं तुझसे भूल हुई। क्या है शहद और क्या है गंगा जल। उसने बस तुम्हें फंसाया अपनी बातों में और मैं रहा गुमसुम। तुम समझी ये तो है आवारा, फिरता मारा मारा। हम तो खुश है फिर भी बेहोशी में भी। क्या तुम आबाद हो होश होते हुए भी। थैंक यू।
Beautiful.
वाह वेरी नाइस, बहुत ही
Beautiful.
उम्दा,
Acha,
बहुत ही
if you
सुंदर।
permit me, Prasanna,
जी
I've
जी।
got a request to all. You write beautiful poetry. I
Yeah, very
also
nice.
hear the rhythm of the poetry, the syntax and the structure.
फुल फ्लॉ, रिदमिक
Unfortunately,
फ्लॉ के साथ है, पूरा फ्लॉ के साथ।
unfortunately for me, despite knowing 4 of the languages spoken today, I feel that we have grounds to translate the poems and run a text of the translation on the screen. This will help us the essence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be grateful to you, all of you. I am a late joiner here because I am a slightly, snooty person. I keep off poetry by and large. Okay, I have other hobbies. So I'll request all, please, can we have a translation on screen so that we can appreciate your deep efforts, your beautiful pieces. Okay, I understand Assamese, I understand Bengali, I understand Hindi, I understand English, of course, but other languages, while I go with the flow, I cannot understand anything more. Odia I can understand because it's sister language. But then what? How do I go beyond? So I'll request all, please, please, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was noted. And please,
Sir, प्रसन्ना सर, 3 lines, only 3 lines.
जी,
झूठों का शहर में, झूठों के शहर में सच बोल बैठा, झूठों के शहर में सच बोल बैठा। नमक का शहर था, नमक का शहर था, मैं अपने जख्म फरोल बैठा। नमक का शहर था, मैं अपने जख्म फरोल बैठा।
क्या बात है, क्या बात है।
I did
Thank
convey
you.
that. I did convey that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please join us for next week. And thank you for joining, my dear friends. Thank you for
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.